Hey, I'm Wan, and today I'm going over 10 tips for upgrading your team's power. Team power is a big number in Summoner's War Chronicles. Bonuses in dungeons can be the difference between clearing and failing your content, being able to run raids, and even affect how quickly you can do your arena attacks each day. So having a high team power can be incredibly important, and today I wanted to give some advice for how to raise your team's power. First, I want to cover some basics. All of your monsters should be level 70, and you should make sure that your monsters you're using are as skilled up as possible, as awoken as possible, and using the best runes possible. Now that means trying to make all your monsters awaken to level 15, having them as skilled up as possible, using Devilmon on your Nat 5s that you're going to use, and making sure that all your runes are hero or legendary and 5-star plus 15 runes. Your summoner equipment should be as high rarity and high awakened as possible, and you should favor raid gear, and you should try to at least push the equipment you're using until the equipment runs out of durability. With those basics out of the way, let's jump into some tips. Tip 1, the Tower of Ascension upgrade tree. The first two upgrade trees in Powers of Ascension, the Immemorial and Summon Power, give increased stats to your units in all areas of the game. Their materials are received from playing through TOA and the Spires of Ascension's challenges. These challenges can be accessed after you clear each floor of the non-elemental Spire of Ascension. Each floor has 3 challenges that each give a unique, different needed currency, so make sure you complete all 3 challenges for as many floors as possible, and come back to the shop to buy as many levels as possible in Summon Power and Immemorial Power. It should be noted these other 2 trees down here, Alchemy Power and Celestial Power, they do not give any team power for upgrading, so upgrade those at your own risk. Tip 2, use all of your skill books on your main character. The single best way to continually upgrade your character is to give them more skill books. Using skill books gives you additional skill points to put into your character's ability. Skill books can be gotten every day from the normal expedition, and skill pages can be gotten every day from the normal expedition and the special expedition. The special expedition has 50 entries, so make sure you use them every single day. Skill pages can be crafted into skill books with level 6 alchemy, but even if you're not at level 6 alchemy yet, you should start farming the skill pages every single day so that when you do get level 6 alchemy, you can turn those into skill books immediately. Tip 3, focus the monster half of the account skill tree. The account skill tree can be improved by leveling up monsters that you own or by buying packs that includes tokens which can level up your account level. When you gain a new account level, you get to place another point in the account skill tree. Focusing on the monster side of the account skill tree allows you to get more team power because each stat increase in the monster section of the account skill tree gets applied 3 times, once for each monster you're using. You can reset the skill tree for 3,000 crystals to move points from the summoner side to the monster side, and I highly recommend it. My friends and I have found that doing so can gain a player as much as 10,000 power instantly. Tip 4, apply rune galaxy stones and books to your best runes. Your best rune sets can be improved even further. By upgrading your runes with rune books and galaxy stones, you can add 2 additional stats to each of your 6 runes. These stats can each add around 100 power to your unit for uncommon stones and books, which can total to 1200 power per unit, or a total of 3600 power just from these books and stones to your team. Tip 5, always use equipment with 3 handwork gem slots. Handwork gems are a secret cheat code to adding unit power. They're the best gems in the game. They can be removed, they can be reused on new weapons when you get better weapons, and they give the best buffs of any of the gems because their buff applies to all of your monsters. You can equip up to 18 handwork gems. If you use 5 weapons with 3 handwork gems and your sub weapon, and each handwork gem adds nearly 500 power to your team. That gives you the opportunity to gain as much as 10,000 power. These are one of the best investments in the game because when you upgrade your equipment in the future, you can go to the handwork gem salesman in any town and he can remove them from your old equipment and you can just pop it into the new one. So you get to keep these upgrades forever. Tip 6, equip sunstones and moonstones to your equipment. Much like the Galaxy Stones in Rune books, there are 10 more spots to apply stat increase stones, and that is on your equipment. Sunstones and Moonstones can similarly give you stats to your players, 6 weapons, and 4 pieces of jewelry. They can give as much as an extra 2,000 power even with relatively low cost common rarity stones. Tip 7. Buy outfits. A more expensive option but worth doing over time. Each outfit that you complete can add about 200 power to your team per unit it applies to. So a team with 2 supports can gain 400 team power if we were to build a support bonus outfit. This is definitely a longer term grind, but over time you will look back and find thousands of power you would not have had otherwise. Also, by doing the Karos Dungeon token repeat request, you can get extra spools of fabric for outfit crafting each and every day. Tip 8. Focus on using Nat 5 units instead of Nat 3s and Nat 4s. It should be no surprise that Nat 5 units have higher base stats than Nat 3s and Nat 4s. However, how different their power can get to be is pretty surprising. For example, my fully built Bastet with the same runes as my fully built Kona has nearly 30,000 higher power. So eventually moving to Nat 5s is a must, but you need to make sure they're units that you can fully skill up and awaken a lot to be a huge boon to your team power. Tip 9. Blacksmith weapons and jewelries to get higher stat versions of them. Raid and subjugation weapons can be upgraded further with high level blacksmithing. An opportunity to gain a ton of power and reroll your mediocre raid gear is blacksmithing. Each time you upgrade a piece of gear with blacksmithing, its substats will reroll completely, giving you a chance to not only get a stronger version of items, but one with more helpful substats. Tip 10. Use energy runes instead of Foresight. One of the common tips, especially for PvP content, is to use Foresight runes. However, if you're trying to meet power requirements, HP runes and HP substats are actually worth more than evasion for unit power per rune. The game's equation for monster power values HP higher than evasion, and as such, using energy runes can be a sneaky way to gain that extra bit of power you need to get that bonus on your next raid. I hope this video helped give you some new ideas on how to upgrade your team power. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and show your friends and guildmates. If there's any video you'd like to see me make, please leave a comment below.